guys keep track. We'll be here all night.
All right, congratulations. No, not go.
We're going back.
How you?
Oh, shoot. He's out there being poppy. Poppy. What's the grandpa of the hour?
Poppy.
Poppy of the hour. Really?
Save him down there. I was like, he was obviously getting me. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can justify that money. Man, look at this. Oh, my goodness. Really? Can you imagine the vitriol to the other schools in the county?
Yeah.
If you did that?
Mark, we need to recruit Brad out there at your place that you're working on.
What are they taking off the roof?
He's my date. Jimmy can't be here, so he's my date.
Wrong kind of contractor. If we didn't have a diesel motor
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay.
Right there. Trespassing, you just have to give them a notice. That's it.
I don't know.
Yeah, those kids get it.
He's like Mr. Juicy.
I remember.
Sometimes he wakes up and thinks it's a lark.
Yeah, just have to come in and wait for
Setting up stuff.
Let me
See you. BJ go. Come back tomorrow.
Good seeing you, man. I'll talk to you before I get there.
Well, retirement, very similar thing.
when I'm sitting there and I go blank or
Okay, we'll call a council meeting of the City of Bridgeport to order, October 27th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Sure. Mayor Robert Matheny.
Present.
Counselor Don Burton.
Present.
Counselor J.C. Campbell.
Here.
Recorder Hank Murray.
Here.
Counselor Clayton Rice.
Here.
Counselor Jacqueline Rominger.
Here.
Counselor Chris Kenny.
Here. Thank you. If you would all rise for Pastor Jerry Fiskus of the Living Water Church will do the invocation. If you would remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Fire Chief Phil Hart.
Good evening, Lord Jesus. We want to thank you once again for life. I want to thank you, Lord, that we woke up this morning and a beautiful day. And Lord, I just thank you for all that you've done for us. I pray that you would be with us here in this council meeting. I thank you for all the things that will be done. And Lord, again, the last thing that I'm so thankful for is that you gave us your son, Jesus. And Lord, thank you so much again, and we will give you praise. And thank you for the meeting tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Chief?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Madam Clerk, is there anybody signed up for public comments?
I'm not sure, but we
Oh.
still have to approve the minutes.
Okay. I'll give you a head start.
There's not.
Okay, next item agenda is 5, approval of the minutes from the October 13th, 2025 regular city council meeting. Is there any action on that?
Move to approve.
Motion to approve minutes?
Second.
And second, any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Ayes have it, motion carries. Now public comments. None. Okay, still none? Okay. Thank you. All right, item 7 is mayor's report. I'm going to congratulate Fire Chief Phil Hart. I don't want to get too much into the awards and presentations, but Chief Hart and I go back a long, long way, and he's always been an outstanding person, firefighter, paramedic, and public servant. So I look forward to recognizing you further in the meeting. And thank you all for attending tonight, whether in person or via live stream. And that's all that I have for mayor's report. Report from interim city manager.
Thank you. I want to first of all echo the words about Chief Hart. I thought I'd been here a long time, and he's been here longer than me. So, and always had something funny to make you smile, or some kind of crazy saying. I'll remember Phil fondly for all of those. As usual, I'll give you guys a written report here, and I'm just going to go through some of the highlights. Ms. Rafter at the library reports that they're going to have yoga at the library on Monday, November 3rd. Anyone interested in that? They have a local author showcase coming in on November 5th. And they have a tech savvy class, which they do a monthly class where participants can learn about using their technology devices. And this time is backing up your data. The Bridge, they've hosted 2 basketball tournaments, a water polo tournament, and a soccer tournament over the past 2 weekends. So continuing to diversify their offerings up there and bring a lot of people in and provide a lot of activity. Working on the electrical plan for the new site, and that's been moving along pretty good. And they have an MMA event scheduled this weekend up there. The cemetery, we begin designing the new administrative office building that we'll be putting up there soon. Community development, 802 permits for $83.4 million in construction. They've seen an uptick in residential remodel permits over the last couple of weeks. UHC has obtained a building permit for interior renovations for exam rooms, x-ray rooms, totaling about $800,000. And we are planning our employee Christmas lunch, which all of our council members are invited to attend. Will be on December 19th, so mark your calendars for that. Fire department, they passed their annual state inspection on the ambulances by the State Office of EMS, and they all passed and were certified. They participated in the trunk or treat at the mall and on Main Street. They've hosted 5 fire safety tours and public education events at the Main Street station recently. Parks and Recreation, the expanded parking lot at the Deegan Lake pickleball courts has been completed and striped, and it added over 20 additional parking spots. So that really should assist in some of the parking issues we've been experiencing out there. We participated in the Trick or Treat Trail and Doggy Costume Contest in conjunction with Story Walk on October 13th down at the City Park, and we had a lot of pets show up in their Halloween costumes. So it was a lot of fun. Along with the police department and the VIPs and the fire department, we participated in the ABB's Scarecrow or Trick or Treating event last evening on Main Street. We had a great turnout there. The Deegan Lake tennis court lights were delivered, and the installation of those new lights should begin here in the next couple of weeks. Police department, Chief Rogers asked me to inform you guys to keep the Carey and Markley families in your thoughts and prayers. Their daughter Amelia Markley passed away on Friday, October 25th. She is the daughter of Detective Jason Carey and Kelly Carey, and the sister of Ollie Carey. The training building is ready for completion of the electrical work, and we'd like to put a special shout out to Louis Bartow, father of Sergeant Chris Bartow, for generously donating his time to help set up and prep the electric panels so we can move forward with that. And as Trick or Treat takes place this Thursday evening, Chief Rogers would like to remind everybody to be cautious and keep an eye out for the little ghosts and goblins running around. And they'll have some additional units patrolling throughout the city to help ensure everyone's safety. Then this weekend, during National Drug Take Back Saturday, our officers received over 60 pounds of controlled substances that will be destroyed by the DEA. And this is an effort to keep those prescription drugs and items from being obtained by others. Utility, the big one to talk about is the James Street Sanitary Project. So city staff has met on site and walked the project with Thrasher. We've shared ideas, and Thrasher is now putting together a scope of work for design services for the Bridgeport Utility Board to approve. The design work will begin and be likely a summer of 2026 project that should help alleviate some of the water and sewer issues we've been having over there. Just some general notes. The Deegan Lake Dam Phase 1 repair proposal, I tried to have it ready for tonight, and there was one little hold up, so we should have that ready for the next meeting. We're interviewing a candidate for our city engineer this week. And we received notice that there's, in Bridgeport, Ohio, they're opening an educational facility that they also called The Bridge. So the staff is concerned, even though it's more of an educational facility. There's just a little bit of concern that with all of our out-of-state visitors, with GPS, there could be some confusion when people are trying to find the correct bridge. So, also, we've had some concerns from some of our businesses on Main Street with the demolition of the Center Street Bridge and some of the signs that were put up by the state DOH. So we did design and order some signs that we will place at the bottom of Center Street and at the top of Center Street to remind our patrons that the parking lot, our municipal parking lot that's behind Winnie's and Marquette Insurance, that parking lot is still open, and that they can still access that parking lot to do their business on Main Street. So that's all I have today.
Very good. Thank you, Manager. Mm-hmm. All right, item 9, awards and presentations. 9.1, check presentation from Antero Foundation for the Bearcat Project. Conrad, I saw you were back there. bring your friends up, and you can even bring Melissa up if you'd like. Chief Rogers, okay, there you go. Come on up, guys. You have to sing if you come up here. Well, Conrad, would you like to speak on behalf of your presentation?
Sure. My name is Conrad Baskin. I'm Vice President of Administration and Procurement here at Grand Terra Resources in Bridgeport. And what we have here is a donation from our foundation for a new Bearcat armored vehicle for the local police department. And, this is something that's kind of special to me. You think back in 2022, there was a shooting event on I-79. I know Harrison County responded to that as well. But one of the deputies shot was one of my grade school friends. I went to school all the way up through high school with now the sheriff in Upshur County. So we're glad to be able to contribute to a piece of equipment like this. It helps keep our law enforcement safe. They do everything to keep us safe, so anything we can do to help them, we certainly want to do.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
We appreciate the partnership that Ontario's obviously shown with this great gift. The fact that you see the value in safeguarding our community that you're part of and part of many communities around us that we look to safeguard with this piece of equipment as well. So thank you very much.
You bet.
I just really appreciate the partnership with us and Steve and Jill and a lot of your staff works with us on several different projects. So I've always been very grateful for the public and private partnership. Makes it all work. So thank you.
Got all the pictures? Did you get it? Okay. Let's hear it for Antero. Thank you. Don't spend it all in one place.
I'm coming back.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. You're like, what?
You get the front row seat.
All right, I'm going to stay down here. Actually, our next agenda item is 9-2, and it's retirement recognition for Phil Hart, Fire Chief. Phil, if you want to come forward, council and reporter and manager, and turn around and invite you guys to come down if you'd like and help with these this presentation. All right, we'll start with a recognition that is standard within the city to recognize employees and retirees. And this is an Employee Service Award is presented to Chief Phil Hart on this 27th day of October 2025 in recognition of your retirement. And it's signed by me as the mayor and Joe Shuttleworth, the interim city manager. Chief, congratulations on this milestone. And we'll give you a chance to talk in a minute. I can tell you, we'll get you to talk, all of you that know him. But I think that the interim city manager has a presentation we'd like to make in addition.
Yeah, with the help of our friends down at the fire department, we put this together, and City Clerk Lauren Rogers did an excellent job of this. But I'm going to read it. It says, honoring 36 years of service, Chief Phil Hart, thank you for your loyalty and dedication to serving the Bridgeport community. You will be missed. Congratulations on your retirement from your family at the City of Bridgeport, October 31st, 2025.
All right, Chief, it's all yours. The floor is yours.
2016 to sit down with the staff and we put a plan together. I told them, they do that there, work toward that plan. I'd run the interference to the city to get them what they needed to do it. And them guys hit the ground running, they've not stopped, and they'll continue to keep running with the new leadership. And over the years, some things that we're very proud of, and the city should be proud of too. We become an ISO 1. That's only, there's only 3 in the state of West Virginia. The other 2 is the city of Huntington and the city of South Charleston. In the nation, there's 504. So we're proud of that there. We've got, counting administrative staff, we've got 30 on staff, 9 to a shift in the 3 administrations, and then an excellent administrative assistant that holds the glue together and keeps the record very good. But something that we're proud of is that 25 out of the 30 are certified as paramedics. We've got 2 that's in class, that'll bring us to 27 to 30. And no doubt in my mind they'll pass it with flying colors. But with that number, the ratio per capita, we have the highest number per paramedic per residents on one state. But it's these guys here, pride, dedication, commitment, and when everybody else wants to sit down, they keep going. Failure is not a word in their vocabulary, and they make me proud, made my job easy, and was here. But over the years, I couldn't have got what I got if it hadn't been for the good Lord watching out for me and providing. I mean, 36 years of traveling down Route 57 and not having a serious accident, somebody was looking out for me. I've never hit a deer. There's been a few deer hit me. And then next, my family's with me. Had their support. My wife, 3 kids, 6 grandchildren. But over the years, we've had some hard times. I know a lot of the council knows. I know my staff knows. 4 years ago, my wife was diagnosed with a very serious, incurable illness, and it's time for me to take care of her. And family stood by me. Been a lot of times we missed birthday parties, holidays, but they've been right there for us. My children blessed us with grandchildren. Our oldest here, Griff, he had some medical issues 6 months ago. Had to go to a cardiac pediatric specialist in Virginia. And Case come along. And then Ellis, unfortunate with Ellis, there was complications during birth and had to be resuscitated. He spent several days in the ICU, and while he was in there, he had a stroke. But he's doing well. Everybody pitched in, and what brought him through that was prayers. Amen. Continued prayers. And then my granddaughter here, better known as Sassy Pants, she decided after all that she would have an acute appendicitis. In 6 months, 4 of our children spent time at Children's WVU. And I told the other 2, don't plan on it. But it's just a commitment from the city, from the past administration to the present, for what they've done. Working with our department heads, as I see Andrea Kerr over there, I'd have to mention that with Halloween coming up and the weather's supposed to be bad, I think she'll go down in history as being the only person to cancel trick or treat in the city of Bridgeport.
Let's hope not.
And get Sharon back there and Lauren, special people of the Barber County. Glad to have Mark back there. Working with Mark from the time he started here and through that there. One thing that we're very proud of there is the tactical medics we have that serves with the SWAT team when they go out. And everybody works together, does that. And I'm getting ready to be steel. They think that I'm retiring, but I'm not retiring. I'm just under new management. I'll now be working for you.
But you all can borrow it anytime. Feel free to call anytime.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
It's tough on him, let me tell you.
Well, I think that says a lot about Chief Hart, and it says a lot about our community. So thank you, Chief, and with that, we will move on. Item 10, no reports. Item 11, there's no unfinished business. Item 12, 12.1 is to consider and act on a resolution authorizing Herbert, Rowland, and Grubrick Incorporated as consultants for the West Virginia Division of Highways access to city property for the purpose of performing site evaluation and test with respect to the Virginia Avenue Bridge, and authorizing the mayor to execute all necessary documents in furtherance of the project site evaluation. Is there any action on that item?
So moved as read.
Motion to approve as read. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Andrea, I probably should have let you talk on that, shouldn't I? We were on a roll. Yeah, sorry. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you talk about the next two. Okay. 12.2 is discussion and, if appropriate, act on property located at 426 Water Street, Bridgeport, West Virginia. Andrea, if you would mind giving staff report on that or updating us.
So, as most of you probably know, or all of you know, the property on Water Street, which used to be 426 Water Street, was donated to the city in May of 2024. Once the city took ownership of the property, we did demo the property. It cost the city about $10,000. We did that one in conjunction with the Kelly Appliance that's down here. We demoed both of those buildings at the same time, so that was then. Really, this property, it had a house on it. It's zoned currently R1, so it can only have a residential, single-family residential structure on it. And one thing, though, that we will have to be careful of, and this is if the property sells or when it sells, working with the developer to let them know that it is in a floodplain, and there are very strict. The house that was there before, it may have been grandfathered in, but this will have to be brought up to code and brought up to the BFE, the base flood line, really, which is, it's gonna be built up about 8 feet, which is a lot.
So it would, or manage rather one, so it would be recommendation that there's no future city use for that, and to, I guess, maybe make a motion to
One of the concerns, we looked at it for a small community green space or park, but it's, you know, it's such in close proximity to the other homes there. I don't know that that would be a good mix with the amount of property there, and putting a picnic table right outside someone's house or something like that. I don't know that that would be well received. So.
I guess the discussion or further discussion, would we want to put that on the market for somebody that it may be of value to?
I'll ask John to fill you in
Yes.
on some of the particulars on
I'm not
us
sure how we do
disposing of
that.
property.
Yes.
Yeah, under Chapter 8, Section 12, Article 18, if we're selling to private individuals, we have to do it by public auction. We require Class 2 legal advertisement. It can be online auction or in-person auction, but it would ultimately need to be approved by ordinance in order to move forward. But that doesn't prevent you from deciding that you'd like to move in that direction. So.
Okay, yeah, so I guess if the council wants to move in that direction, then we can prepare proper ordinances in future meetings to go forward, or whatever the will and pleasure of the council would be.
Yeah, and of course,
John, I would assume that we would need a motion to go ahead and start the process.
You can have a motion, or
the manager.
you guys can direct me to prepare an ordinance.
and of course, if we had an ordinance, it'd have to be read twice.
Yes.
Then that would be ample opportunity for the citizens community to ask any questions or any concerns over us, the use of that property. So.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll make a motion that we proceed with the option of a public auction and take the appropriate steps and instruct Weston Jones to move forward with that.
Okay, yeah, motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carried. Thank you, John. All right, 12.3, very similar. Discuss and if appropriate act on property located on Route 50, Bridgeport, West Virginia, and that is the old townhouse motel property. Andrew, if you would give us a staff briefing.
Yeah, so the city purchased that property in May of 2019, and there was still a hotel on that property at that time. So we did demo the structure there. It is site ready to be built. It is zone B2, meaning no residential as it's currently zoned can be put on that property. They could request a rezoning, so I'm not saying it's out for residential totally, but as it currently sits, it's B2, which is large scale commercial business right now.
Okay, do either you or the manager have any knowledge of any future uses that the city would have for that, or plans? I know at one time it was planned for the police station.
For the
but
police
I'm told
department,
it's no longer.
I don't think there's been much motion on that site for the police department, or, that kind of has stalled. So, I think, part of this, we're also seeking some input from the council to see, what the climate is for, or, recommendation for us to move forward with that property. So.
Can you, Andrew, can you tell us how much the city has in that parcel?
Sure. We bought it for $975,000, and we did a demo and asbestos abatement for $195,600. So well over about $1.1 million.
And the city has no current use for this property at all?
No, I mean, we've gone in the past, gone back and forth. I mean, the police department was really the only and best option that anybody could really come up with at the time. But it is 2.734 acres, so it is nice. It's a nice piece of property right along Main Street.
It'd be nice to attract obviously a commercial business, employer, taxpayer, for lots of different reasons. I think if we would pursue a auction of that property, obviously I believe we could set a reserve. If we have 1.1 million in it, we want to
Get what we can put in, oh, absolutely.
we want to get out as whole as we could get.
That would be correct. I do want to caution, I believe that there are 2 lots on the backside of that property that are part of the subdivision. are subject to restrictive covenants for household dwellings and things like that. So it's been a while since I looked at that title, but I do recall that there are at least 2 lots there.
Not sure.
What about a appraisal? Has that been done recently or when we purchased it?
Not recently. I would obviously recommend, I think, well, that's for us to buy property, we have to get an appraisal. So maybe
So,
not really. I just don't really.
Generally, at an auction, that is fair market value, what that will bring at any given day, so.
But I mean, I think when we had it appraised, it was 2018.
That sounds about correct.
Yeah.
Do you recall what it appraised for, Ben?
No, but I can
It's
email
okay.
council. I can email you all the appraisal too.
Yeah, and I think those are excellent points.
It's been 7 years. It
Yeah.
probably having 1.1 million in it, the cost of an appraisal on raw land isn't that much.
Right.
We might want to seek their advice on market value and then just make a decision based off of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I know we have some funding for appraisals, so I could ask Andrea. I know we're looking at, working with an appraisal now, so we could probably add that on there pretty easily if that's something that council would like us to look at.
I mean, for me, the appraisal is one thing, but really it's not just what the appraised value is worth, it's the future value of that with all the taxes that it brings in that you gotta factor into it. Yeah, I don't wanna jeopardize future sales, but maybe we eat a little bit of that cost, but we make it up through the money that we're not gonna make on it right now when just owning it and not using it.
Yeah, and if we get an appraisal, I don't know that we'll be held to that. If it, like, as Councilman Rice said, if we put a reserve on it, that's, that would be up to the will and pleasure of the council.
Yeah, an appraisal would definitely help to know maybe what to set the reserve at, or give us maybe a baseline or a guideline as to what to set it at.
I mean, for me, that's good to know, but I'm willing to make the motion today and vote on, I don't know what the right wording is that we used before for the other one, make the motion to have this drawn up for an ordinance to sell.
God, you comfortable with that? Yep. Okay, so is that a motion?
That's a motion, however we need to word it properly, I don't know.
Work with Lauren on that.
Tell me what to say, Lauren.
We can just use a similar motion, such as to recommend that instruct Weston Jones to authorize an ordinance to sell the property on Route 50.
I move what she said.
Second.
Motion and second, based on that information. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries.
And are we going to get an appraisal?
I think that's something that the manager and Andrew could do. Yeah, I would feel more comfortable, I'm sure,
I think we should.
to make sure. Yeah. That's a nice piece of property. I hope it'll be attractive to somebody.
Business in there.
Yeah. All right, 12-4, discuss and act on city council meeting dates for November and December 2025. Madam Clerk, if you want to brief us on, I think you have a plan sketched out.
Yeah, so I got some availability back from most of you on some November, December dates, just for strategic planning meetings. As you know, we like to do those, one in November, one in December, to kind of suffice for that second meeting for those months, to try to stay away from the holiday weeks for meetings. So what we're looking at is for our regular meeting in November to still be on Monday, November 10th, and then have the strategic planning meeting on that Thursday, November 13th. Unfortunately, with the first week in November, it didn't work for everybody, and then the the 2 weeks after that week are a little bit jumbled with the 17th, the mayor's out, and then the week of the 17th, the mayor's out, and then the following week is Thanksgiving week. So if that would work for everybody, that would be my recommendation for the meetings for November. For December, the first regular meeting is currently scheduled for Monday the 8th. Our interim manager will be out that week, so my recommendation would be to move the regular council meeting to Monday, December 1st, and then have the strategic planning meeting either the 15th, 16th, or 17th, whatever works best for the majority of council.
So I'll just say for the November 13th one, if we start at 6, I may very well be any Thursday to start at that time. I'll make it, but I don't know if I'll make it at 6. And especially if I'm going to obey the speed limit coming back from Morgantown there, Chief.
Maybe Chief will escort you.
Wednesday, November 12th is an option as well, if that's easier and better for Councilor Kenny and everybody.
I'd rather be late than what I got on the 12th than this one.
And those
Bless
meetings, the strategic planning meetings, they do last several hours. I mean, roughly 3 hours or more is kind of the going time for this. If you're a little late, I don't know that you'll miss, I would say, a whole lot. But that's kind of, it's a little difficult because we're closed on Tuesday the 11th. And then obviously Monday the 10th is our regular meeting. The other option is to keep the regular meeting on the last Monday of that month, but like I said, that is the week of Thanksgiving, so.
If the 13th works for everybody else, I'll make it work. I don't want to complicate it there.
I'm out of town that day,
Okay.
but 12th is fine.
12th is fine.
I'm fine, 12th or 13th, if either one.
She said you can't be here on the 12th, Councilman.
Well, so I happen to be on the board of directors for the Clarksburg Mission, and that's our board meeting for them, and I just really hate to not be a part of that, but this would take precedence if that's what we decide on. So, and if that's the only date that works, they'd be understanding of that, I think.
Well, did we say the 11th was an option? I know it'd be me
Well,
too. Oh, Veterans Day.
Veterans
Yeah,
Day.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Or you said the 24th.
The other option is to keep it our regular, meeting on the 24th, which is Thanksgiving week.
That's
That
fine with
Monday,
me.
I think a lot of people are probably out hunting.
That'd be a no.
It's
Wow.
difficult this time of year.
It's a national holiday.
We can go to Councilman Rice's camp and have a meeting, can't we?
And like I said, that first week of November, which is essentially next week, really the only day that worked would have been the 4th, Tuesday the 4th for everybody, and Dawn unfortunately is out that week, so it's.
I'll make the 12th work.
The 12th?
Yeah.
Okay. Does the 12th, Wednesday the 12th work for everybody for that strategic planning?
For me, yes.
It's state volleyball meet, but hopefully I'll be staying home.
What time?
It would start at 6 p.m. So the regular meeting for November would be Monday the 10th, still at 7, and then Wednesday the 12th would be the first strategic planning meeting starting at 6 p.m. Okay, so that's for November. Yeah, we still have December to tackle. So as I said, the first regular meeting is scheduled for Monday the 8th. Joe's out that week. If we need to keep it that week, he said he's okay with that, but like I said, my recommendation would be to move the regular meeting to Monday the 1st, and then have strategic planning hopefully either Monday the 15th, Tuesday the 16th, or Wednesday the 17th.
I'm good with any of them.
That is fine with me.
I'm good with any of them.
I'm good.
Monday's best, but I'll rearrange.
Do we want to set the regular meeting for Monday the 1st, and then the strategic planning for Monday the 15th? Is
Sure.
that okay with everyone?
Sounds good.
Sure.
Okay.
That'll probably never happen again. That's easy.
Well, just for congruity, should we do the special meeting on the first, so that we have the 2 special meetings back to back without having a regular in between?
What special meeting?
So you have the strategic planning. So that way the 12th would be a strategic meeting, and then the 1st would be a strategic meeting. You have those back to back that way. Instead of doing regular strategic. It just doesn't matter. Just for keeping it.
I think if we have normal business to take care of, we could do that at the strategic planning as well, right? Okay. Yeah, my only concern, Chris, would be you would
That far apart?
You'd have a long section between.
No, that's a great point.
Between regular meetings, but I think if we had something pressing and if that works or.
No, that makes a ton of sense. I retract what I said. You're good.
Okay.
So you're saying the 1st of December will be strategic planning or regular?
It'll be a regular meeting.
Regular,
Yeah.
okay.
So just to, I'll recap it here, and if somebody wants to put that in the motion, on acting on those. We'll have our regular meeting of November will be Monday the 10th at 7 p.m. Strategic planning will be on Wednesday, November 12th at 6 p.m. For December, our regular meeting will be Monday, December 1st at 7 p.m. and strategic planning will be Monday, December 15th at 6 p.m.
I make a motion that we do what you just said.
You guys are getting good at that.
Yeah. That'd be November the 10th, regular meeting, the 12th, strategic meeting, December 1st, regular meeting, December 15th, strategic meeting.
Thank you.
Motion on the floor, is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion and second, any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay? Ayes have it, motion carries. All right, council comments, if we want to start with Councilor Rominger and work our way up.
Obviously Chief Hart left, but a huge congratulations, and more importantly, a thank you for his service to the city for 36 years, and also a thank you to City Manager Shuttlesworth, Parks and Rec, the CVB for helping the ABB with our trick-or-treat event last night. It was very well attended, so thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Councilman Kinney?
And the police, I'm so sorry. Sorry, Chief.
Echo the congratulations to Chief Hart. Looks awfully spiffy in the dress uniform there. I will say that it's nice that no matter how old you are, even in your mid-50s, you're still a baby to your mom. My mom keeps coming to these things, and she's the one that gave us the candy and the juice boxes tonight. So formally out there, buddy, I love my mom. Thanks, Mom.
Councilman Rice?
Not sure what to say. Chief Hart, blessings to your family. I wish you were here to hear it, but I'll tell you in person. And Chief Rogers, it was a really good police VIPs last night walking the sidewalks, and I think that's a really good show for the city. It shows well, and I know the families appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Burton?
Chief Hart, thank you again for 36 years of service. When I was the Parks Director, we had many projects that we worked together, and to this day on council. So thank you, Chief. And also, Chief, thank you for, he had a crew go help assist my neighbor across the street, and they were very professional, and appreciate their help. Thank you.
Thank you. Recorder Murray?
I think I'll play John Wilson and say ditto. You got to say thanks to Chief Hart. He's going to be missed. Big shoes to fill. And but we wish him the best. Thank you.
Yeah, just ditto with Chief Hart. He was one of the guys that vigorously fought for money for his department. And those who have been on council for a long time know. I mean, he would come in with a mission, and I think it's proved well with his successes that he's had and where he's taken the fire department over the last decade, and so it was money well spent.
Thank you. I'll close with a comment. I'll just ask all our citizens and everybody to be kind to each other, no matter if you agree with what's been discussed or decided. Please be patient and kind, and as a community, we'll overcome all obstacles, and we're the best of the best, even on our worst days. With that, I'll ask for a motion for adjournment.
Moves.
Motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Ayes have it. We'll be adjourned.
Good meeting.